Hello again, movie fans, comic book fans, and Batman fans. I'm here to do another one of these showcasing my movie collection videos, and this time it's going to be for all of my live action adaptations of Batman. All right, so Batman is my favorite comic book character. A bit obvious, I know, but there you have it. I've been watching it. Um, Reading Batman comics since I was a kid, and also watching the live action adaptations, starting with the '60s TV series, which I will include right here, of course. So let's get started with a couple of that you may not even know existed. These are movie serials from the '40s. Yes, that's the '40s. So they were very early on in Batman's. Batman was only just the character was only just a few years old, because the first one of these is from 1943. All right, and Batman was created in '39, so just 4 years later he had his own serial. Now, for those of you too young to know what is a movie serial, it is a series of episodes that they would show in the movie theater, on a weekly basis. So it's like a TV show, but you would see it in the movies. You would see main feature when you go into the movie theater, maybe a cartoon, and then a serial. So an episode of one of these. Okay, so in this one, it is, I believe it is a Batman and Robin in these ones. Okay. Of course, the costumes look, very shoddy, but what can you do? There was another serial in 1949 called Batman and Robin, right here, where they go up against the Wizard, which I believe was played by Lyle Talbot, who also played Lex Luthor in one of the Superman serials. All right, so here we go. And I'm afraid in the serial, Batman and Robin don't look anywhere as good as they do here. Likewise, this one, because this is an illustration. This is not from the movie. All right. So there you go, the 1949 serial. This is a 2-disc set, and this one is, I believe, only one. Oh no, this one is also a 2-disc set. Okay. Then we go to the Batman of pretty much my generation, and the one of everybody that watched in the '60s and the '70s. We're talking about Batman the movie. Of course, this one came out after Batman the TV series, which I will also show, at the end of the video, because it's a box set. Okay. So this is the DVD. Though I do want to get the Blu-ray for this, because this is such a colorful film. All right, but it still looks great. Batman's costume is not blue it's gray. I don't know why they colored it blue right here, but anyway, just highly entertained. I've seen this one. I did not see it when it originally came out in the '60s, but I did see it on TV a whole bunch of times in the late '70s and early '80s. Batman the movie. Many, many years later, Adam West and Burt Ward, who were Batman and Robin in this one, and or rather in the late '70s, they did a couple of episodes of a TV, like a TV specials called Legends of the Superheroes, which I have right here. And in this one, they team up with several other superheroes, including Captain Marvel, Black Canary, Hawkman, The Flash, Green Lantern, to fight some supervillains. And there's two TV specials here. One is called The Challenge of the Superheroes, and the other is called The Roast. The Challenge is the best one because we get to see some superhero action. The Roast is just them, the heroes, sitting in what would be what one would assume is the Hall of Justice, and then hosted by Ed McMahon, he of the Tonight Show fame, the Johnny Carson sidekick, and there he would introduce several supervillains who would do like a stand-up routine. It is so bad, but anyway, this is notable because this was the first live action appearance of many many characters, including Black Canary, Hawkman, Green Lantern, the Huntress, right, as well as some supervillains like Sinestro, Solomon Grundy, Giganta, right. So they would not appear in live action, until many, many, many years later, right there. Corny as hell, but still has its charm. Captain Marvel also appears here, though they do not use the actor that appeared in the Captain Marvel TV series. That would have been cool. But anyway, Legend of the Superheroes. And Adam West and Burt Ward teamed up again many, many years later for Return to the Batcave. Okay, so this is kind of a mix of a biopic, because it's them reminiscing and remembering what happened in the Batman TV series. So they do that in flashbacks where a couple of other actors play their roles. So you get to see some behind the scenes stuff there, and intertwined with an adventure that Adam West and Burt Ward are having in the present. Okay, which has also some supervillains, and I believe, yes, Frank Gorshin and Julie Newmar, as well as Elizabeth Montgomery, who was a Catwoman, also come back. All right. Well, Julie Newmar, here she is, was also Catwoman, but also Elizabeth Montgomery. Excuse me, Lee Merriweather. I'm confusing with the Bewitched actress. Excuse me, Lee Merriweather appears there. All right. Return to the Batcave. Also lots of fun. Okay. On a more serious note, we now go with the Tim Burton Batman films starring Michael Keaton. I have these on DVD. The first one, right there. An absolute game changer for superhero movies. And I mean, this was that, like, the comeback ever since the Superman films of the late 70s and early 80s. We hadn't gotten a big screen superhero movie until this one here in 1989, Batman. The unusual casting of Michael Keaton, though over the years, a lot of people say that he was the best Batman. My favorite in the series, it is Batman Returns. You will see some of the titles here in Spanish because that's because I live in Mexico. But here is the DVD for Batman Returns, and my favorite of the two well, I'm not so sure if I can call it my favorite. It's kind of a tie with Batman, but I do love here Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman and Danny DeVito as the more sinister Penguin. Okay. And great production design here. Gotham City is its own character. Michael Keaton returns for this one, though he would be replaced by Val Kilmer for Batman Forever, which I do own, but for the life of me, I cannot find the DVD, so I'm just going to put the poster here on the side. Okay, but I do own it on DVD. And that was the Joel Schumacher films, of which there were two. They were much more colorful, much more campy, so he was going for that Batman 66 vibe. And he sometimes achieves it, sometimes not. But anyway, those are still enjoyable films. After that one, it was Batman and Robin. Here, even though Robin did appear in Batman Forever, right? They're played by Chris O'Donnell. And in Batman Forever, of course, they go up against the Riddler and Two-Face. Both of them a bit miscast, because Jim Carrey was just going for the Joker when he's doing the Riddler, as was the actor who was Two-Face, which was Tommy Lee Jones. Okay, so those two were, I don't know what characters they were playing, but they were not playing the Riddler and Two-Face. But anyway, here it is Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze, who are the main villains. And Uma Thurman does a very good job as Poison Ivy. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, he does a decent job as Mr. Freeze. Okay? Totally over the top, sequences. But Joel Schumacher was just milking it for all of it was worth. After that, we go with the Christopher Nolan films. Okay? which are just amazing. Starting with Batman Begins, right there, with Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul as the villain, and also the Scarecrow. A very good first entry in the series, where you get the origin. You know, you don't dwell too much on the origin, but so you can get a full story. Batman Begins. After this came the best one. You know, probably the best Batman film to date, which is The Dark Knight. I have it here in this special limited edition, which has the discs included in a mask. I will take it out now. So here it is. And inside is a 2 discs. There you go. One with the movie and the other one with the special features. Pretty cool. I believe it says here only at Target. It's got the sticker, but I bought it here in Mexico in a Blockbuster. And then the third one in the series, which is The Dark Knight Rises. Okay. A bit of a, I'm not going to say a letdown, but you know, Batman vs. Bane was not what I kind of expected, and Catwoman also appears here, but she's not fully Catwoman, you know. So it's kind of it leaves you wanting more, but this is the third and the end of that Christopher Nolan a trilogy, of course, with Christian Bale as Batman. Now we go with movies which are not Batman movies, but Batman does feature prominently in them. The first one is Batman versus Superman, okay, which of course introduces Wonder Woman also into the new, or rather the then new DC universe. Okay, there you go. I think this movie should have been called Batman and Superman, and completely get rid of that them fighting each other, because that really doesn't make sense. They try to justify it, but it doesn't make sense, you know, because they end up teaming up in the end so far. So why not have them team up since the beginning and make a much more exciting movie? All right, and just have it be like a Trinity movie, you know, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. But still, enjoyable film. He then appeared again, of course, in Justice League. Here we go. This is the theatrical version of it. Comes in a slipcase, and and it has a different cover. The DVD. There you go. Pretty good movie, the theatrical version. All right, but it's kind of like leaves you wanting more. That's because, as you know, this movie was heavily re-edited and reshot, okay, by another director that was not Scott Snyder. Let me just see if Batman vs Superman. Oh yeah, it has the same image in the slipcase and on the DVD itself, and of course, now we have the Snyder cut for Justice League, okay, and this one has the same image. This is a long ass movie. This is a 4-hour movie, okay, and I did watch all 4 hours of it, of course, and I enjoyed it immensely. Really, I do, of course, prefer this version over the theatrical version. You get just more of everything, more of a dark side, more of each and every one of the heroes. It may kind of lingers a bit too long in some scenes, but I don't think it overstays its welcome even at 4 hours. Okay, Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Now we go with a couple of box sets that I have. One is for the Batman 60s TV series. Here we go on Blu-ray. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this box so I can show you what is inside the box. Okay, so this is what you get inside the box set for the Batman TV series. You get all 3 seasons. That's right, there were only 3 seasons on Blu-ray. Here we have a season 1. Alfred. 3 discs. Right there. The Penguin. Burgess Meredith. Julie Newmar as Catwoman in the cover of season 2. We have King Tut right there on the back. Frank Gorshin on the back of season 1. Egghead and Mr. Freeze. Vincent Price as Egghead. And season 2 had a lot more episodes, so you got a lot more discs. Okay. Finishing it off with season 3, Cesar Romero as the Joker. Don't know who those 2 are. And of course, Yvonne Craig as the beautiful Batgirl. There you go with the discs. All 3 seasons on a Blu-ray. You also get an episode guide with all of the episodes, with a short description of each episode, plus lots of cool pictures. And the Adam West scrapbook here. With pictures from what I can assume are from Adam West's, personal collection, or just a collection of his photos of him. Okay, but anyway, a lot of great pictures here. The Adam West scrapbook. Also included was this scale Batmobile, which is slightly larger than the usual 1/64 scale Hot Wheels. But let me just grab one, just for size comparison. This is a Hot Wheels Batmobile, and this is the one that came in the box set. So you can see it's slightly larger. There you go. Okay, and finally, a set of these Batman cards, all right, which I have not opened. As you can see, they're still in the package right there. Though I believe you can see them right here. There you go. Okay, so that's what's inside the Batman 60 TV series, a Blu-ray box set. There was also a box set DVD box set available, and also right here on this, when you would press here, it would give you a small part of the Batman theme song, the TV theme song, na 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 na, that one. Of course, the batteries have long since ran out, but there you go. That's the Batman 60s TV series box set. And to end, here is my box set for the Dark Knight trilogy, which I have already shown on DVD, but here I have it on Blu-ray in this box set. Likewise, as with the Batman TV series, I'm going to turn the camera around, open up the box, so I can show you what's inside of the box. You get this photo book first here with a lot of cool photos, some behind the scenes sketches, for production design, such as here the Bat Cycle. you get this sheet with a message from Christopher Nolan, the director. You get this envelope with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of like large postcards or images from the movie. Okay. Ra's al Ghul, the Scarecrow. Here they have a small message on the back, a quote. In case of Ra's al Ghul, men fear most what they cannot see. Here for the Scarecrow is there's nothing to fear but fear itself. For a Two-Face, see yourself become the villain. For the Joker is some men just want to watch the world burn. And for Bane, it is sometimes the pit sends something back. Curiously, there's not one for Catwoman. The box set also included a trio of vehicles, die-cast vehicles here. Here we have the Batcycle, the Batmobile, which in this trilogy is referred to as the Tumbler, these are slightly larger in scale than your normal Hot Wheels, and the Bat, which was the flying vehicle. This one came with its own little base. All right. And of course, the films themselves, which are included in this hardcover booklet, large oversized booklet. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, with also an extra disc of special features. The Dark Knight Rises movie plus special features, and an extra complete disc of special features, which I believe is for the entire trilogy. All right. Okay, well, that is what is included in the Dark Knight Trilogy Blu-ray box set. Now for what is, as of the making of this video, the latest Batman movie, called simply The Batman. Okay, this was a reboot, and as far as we know right now, it's going to exist in its own universe, kind of like an Elseworlds story, apart from the rest of the DC cinematic universe. Okay, here we have Robert Pattinson as Batman. The villains are the Riddler, Catwoman, and a Two-Face, and a very good story here. All right, so very much of a crime drama, emphasizing those detective elements of Batman. It is a long movie, I believe 3 hours long, and but it does not overstay its welcome. I do believe you get a lot of bang for your buck in those 3 hours. Pattinson is a bit too brooding as Batman, if you can believe that. I do think he overdoes it with the brooding, and I don't think he does a very good Bruce Wayne. For Bruce Wayne, he should have played up that character a bit more. He does a very good Batman, but the Bruce Wayne part, I think he needs to work on it. Right there, this actress, whose name right now escapes me, did a pretty good Catwoman, and right there, as did Colin Farrell as the Penguin, and Paul Dano, I believe, as the Riddler. Okay, I'm really looking forward to the second entry in this series, the Batman. Okay, well, that is it for my Batman on live action adaptations collection. I'm going to do another video for the Batman animated collection because I have a whole bunch of those as well, and as well as other videos for other superhero movies as well, both DC and Marvel. For now, thank you very much for watching. So long.